Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back to another live session here. Can you hear me? Yes, I know. I'm starting very early today, and that's because I'm trying to knock these ones out. It's getting dark really early, so I don't like this new time change. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but we just I get what is this daylight? This is a daylight saving time. I don't know, but it is what it is. And so just want to jump in, say what's up, share a couple channels that I think you guys should definitely be checking it out. As soon as I get like a thumbs up that you guys can hear me, then I would appreciate it. Um, doesn't matter where you're tuning in from, what are you doing. I definitely appreciate the fact that you tune in, and whether you're watching it live or just at a different time, if you're in traffic, in the restroom, or wherever, definitely appreciate you guys, man. It's crazy. Cosmic 323. That's LA area, no? What's up? What's up, my friend? Can you hear me? Everything sounds good. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate that, man. Well, nice to have you here. Fidelity. How's it going? It's going well, man. Life is great. Life is good. Can't complain. Chubb's in the background, relaxing, as you guys can tell. He's Ryan Die, homeboy. Everything sounds good. Yeah, man. Thank you. Alrighty. So, kind of want to start with sharing my screen. Show the entire screen. And then let's activate this. So the first channel that I want to, kind of remind you guys, I'm sure all of you know about Young Static, but if you don't, if you happen to be living under a rock for the past 11 years, Young Static, man, I have not been able to watch all his videos as of lately, mostly because I've been trying to focus on my own stuff. But I can't wait. I actually like to binge watch his show, his episodes. Super down to earth guy. I think probably the gentleman with the most subscribers that I met in person, and definitely one of the most humble individuals that I've come to know. He's helped me out so much by making time for me, giving me shout outs. I mean, and just providing endless entertainment. I mean, if some of you guys know, I actually I discovered him because I like Civic wagons, and 7 to 8 years now, 8 9 years ago, yeah, man. Um, I ended up coming across one of his videos when he first did a right hand drive conversion on the wagon that I ended up interviewing him, which is super surreal. I mean, it's just wild to think that I saw that wagon when he first did the right hand drive conversion. He drove it out of his house, and here we are. 10 years later, I was able to be inside that car, you know, doing pulls, having a chat with him. Um, so, like I said, super down to earth guy. I'm sure all of you guys know Young Static, but this guy's the one of the most humble guys you're ever gonna come across, and definitely check him out. I'm gonna start binge watching his episodes again. Um, when I got sick, with the whole illness thing, I couldn't sleep. I went like 6 days without sleeping. It was pretty horrible. But his videos were the ones that made it so much nicer because I ended up just clicking on videos and just started watching videos from many years back. And so definitely it's so rewarding just to be able to see his progress and the things that he does, and it's amazing the things that he does just out of the driveway. I can imagine if people like him actually got the attention and the support that he actually deserves, he would be, building some amazing, even more amazing things, having a shop and things like that. But hopefully he continues to, work hard as he has been. um and nothing but success to Young Static. So definitely worth checking out, um, if you're into Civic wagons. We'll continue with Civics. Um, Turbo Tristan. I always forget where he's from. I do apologize. I think he's New Zealand. I don't think it's Australia. I think it's New Zealand. I do apologize. I always butcher that. However, he's building some cool stuff. Um, Obviously turbo would be my idea, that he's gonna build everything turbo. I haven't been able to watch some of his videos. Apparently he got the EF hatch back from paint, and who doesn't love to see a freshly painted car, even if it has flaws or it doesn't have flaws. Like, I think it's still pretty cool that he's messing with these cars. Again, I need to see some of the videos that he's been doing, because I want to hear about the power plant. I want to hear about the ideas that he has in store for it. He's super supportive of the channel, and I definitely really appreciate uh, just how supportive he's always been, man, for the past 2+ years. And so I will be watching these videos later, but I kind of just want to share it with you guys because, again, who does not like seeing a freshly painted car? I think it's so rad that we all go through that. I remember when I first got Jackie back and it was freshly painted, I was like stoked. Um, so definitely another channel that is worth watching, and I'll be catching up with them. Another channel, it's Jay Z Chris 92. He changed his name. It used to be EG Chris 92. Now it's Jay Z, because he ended up getting a Toyota Soarer. If that's how you, if that's how I pronounce it, the Toyota Soarer, Soar, I think it's called, not Soarer. Toyota Soar, I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it comes with a 1JZ, um, boosted. I don't know anything about Toyotas. I don't know anything about Hondas. I'd be lying to you if I told you guys I knew anything. But he got rid of the EG. Don't know why. I think he just wanted something new. At some point, he had like two K swaps um, projects going on. Kind of got rid of both of them, and then ended up getting Toyota Soarer. But he couldn't stay away from that Honda life, and so now he's building an EF. I don't know where he's at on this project, um, but one thing I have to say that ever since I started watching his channel, I can admire his ethic, and at the same time, I can admire the fact that he works under such, I'm gonna say, horrible conditions in weather. He goes to the junkyard and it's like 100 degrees. He's just sweating all the time. Um, he has his space. You can say he has his driveway, his garage, but you guys know that it's difficult to even do anything, even just with jack stands. And so he's been doing it. He's been doing it for a while, and so another guy that, imagine if the algorithm was to hit the amazing things that he would be able to do with the shop and things of that nature. But anyways, definitely watch his videos. I think you guys would definitely benefit from it. Again, I had to look him up under EG Chris because that's the way I remember him. But it's JZ Chris 92, and he's doing podcast style type of interviews. And I have yet to listen to one, but I am, because it's very it's motivating just to hear different people's stories. Um, and honestly, it's fun. It's hard to get people to interview, even on podcasts. But this is the best we're gonna be able to get out of being, people are busy. So if anybody ever makes time for you for even 2 seconds, 3 minutes, definitely appreciate it, because people are busy. You know what I mean? And it's so um, I am trying to get back. I mean, some of you guys have been enjoying the podcast type of conversations. I've enjoyed them, but it's difficult to get people to sit down, have an hour, 2 hours to just chat. Um, it's difficult to book people, but that should never be a reason why you shouldn't continue. So I am gonna try to reach out to more people to see if I can kind of get those started again. I know a lot of you guys definitely had positive feedback, and ultimately from my end, it's fun, but it gets tiring, man. I'm not gonna try to fake the funk, man. It definitely gets tiring with so many different little things going on, trying to build, and being a one man band. Just it's draining. It's draining, but it's it's draining in a good way. I mean, I was thinking about um saludos de Visalia, California, Fortino Cardenas. Hello, Fortino. Visalia, if I'm not mistaken, it's up north, in the Bay. So hi, all the way from Southern Cali. I'm definitely gonna try to make it up to the Bay soon. There's so many stuff that I'm trying to do, but at the same time, I have to balance family. Um, I think that the conversation that I wanted to have today was Goliath versus David, and David versus Goliath. Most of you guys know the story about Goliath being that. You know, let's go. Let's put it to car perspective. Goliath is those multi-millionaire companies. Um, that are in the car world, you know. And I'm David. I'm the small guy who's trying to, you know, kind of continue to grow the channel and continue to do different things like podcasts. And some may say like, well, you know, you continue to strive, you continue to do the things that you have to do. You know, you have X amount of subscribers. You're not small, but you're not big. um, it's gonna get easier for you. And the reality is, yes, to a certain extent, but some certain extent, it's still challenging. You know, it's challenging for me to you schedule people, meet with them, and 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 try to interview them. Sometimes things happen. You know, sometimes do cars end up getting, you know, they're cars. They're the mechanical things. They don't work. They break. Um, Sometimes, you know, Chubb's making his appearance. Sometimes, you know, let's just be honest, you don't have the following, and so people are not gonna respond to you, or they may not take you seriously. And so I don't dwell on the fact that, you know, subscribers count. I really don't dwell on that. I don't care about subscribers count, um, because if I dwell on that, then this becomes tiring in a bad way. This becomes a job. And nah, man, this is not a job for me. This is for fun. This is cool. I don't see myself quitting my 9 to 5 to pursue this, because honestly, guys, it's very lonely. And that sounds funny to say, because like you're like, what do you mean? People are tuning in. People, you know, are your social media's following is growing and things like that. But like me on a personal level, like I don't really get too high on the positive comments. I read them. I respond to the comments. I say thank you, but I take them very lightly, because if those positive comments mean so much to me, then the negative ones are gonna really get to me. And so that's kind of the constant thing, you know. I don't take them for granted, but at the same time, I can't just have them be what directs my motivation, my energy, my time, uh, because it's draining. And I think that anybody who's ever tried to do anything, whether it's even grow an Instagram page, um, can definitely understand where I'm coming from. It's tiring, is sometimes demotivating. You know, um, you work. I don't know what's up with that tower sound. You work on a project and you spend X amount of time, and maybe the data gets corrupted, and it's like, oh shoot, you know, the didn't save, so I have to restart. Um, and things happen. Those are things that happen, but you know, for me, it's just a matter of focusing on the things that are bringing me joy. You know, what's up, Tabo? Saludos, perro. Saludos, perro. Nice to see you, Samuel, all the way from Texas. Um, so for me, it's just a matter of continuing. I don't. I was watching this keynote speaker Gary V, and somebody asked like, how can I take my small business to become a medium sized business? And Gary had a pretty good answer. He said, well, number one, to get to be a medium sized business, do the same thing you did to get to a small side business. It's patience, consistency, and bring value to the people, and that's how you continue to grow. On the other side, what the hell is a medium sized business and what the hell is a small sized business? You get to determine that. You get to say, you know, you get to say your limitations in essence, you know. And when I was listening to that, I was thinking like, damn, like, why the hell would I want to continue to grow at a much faster space? Is it for ego? Is it for more money? Is it for more exposure and make it easier on me to be able to find builders? All these questions were in my head. All these things were, you know, kind of going around my head, just thinking like, am I a small channel? What am I? You know, um, and after thinking about that, that's yeah, I'm weird. I listen to all those things, you know, prior to going to work, and the reason why is because then I use that to use my time wisely when I'm at work. So I when I'm at work, I'm at work. I do all the things I need to do, and I have this energy. I don't like to listen to the news. I don't really like to listen to the radio. So when I go into work, I'm like mindset. Boom, it's early, no one's there to bother me, I'm getting my things done. And then as the day progresses, and I'm kind of slowing down, and then listen to something positive, or maybe sometimes once in a while music on the way home, but most of the time you'll catch me with my headphones because I'm listening to some type of podcast, um, or a keynote speaker like this. And then I get home, unwind for 2 seconds, say hi to Chubbs, and then get to what I'm trying to do. And so this time today, that's the reason why I'm here, because I'm trying to do the live session. Tomorrow we have a video coming out. We visit our buddy Noel. He's building a G23 Civic Turbo, and so you guys get to see a little bit of the explanation, the rationale why he's going the way he's going, and just hopefully it brings a little bit more exposure to his channel. So that's what's coming back tomorrow. And then Friday, just a watch and talk about, I can't remember what I talked. That was last week. And so that's kind of the mindset that I've had. Like I've been blessed to be able to interview a lot of different people, and there's times that I see some comments that get to me, like, um, not in a negative way. Honestly, I don't, not like, oh man, unless they're disrespectful towards me or the guest, I just erase them. I don't even dwell. But one of them did get to me, and I kind of felt bad, and I went back looking for the comment. And I couldn't find it. I don't know if the gentleman erased it. It was on the DA interview that we did with our buddy Sam, and the way these gentlemen wrote his comment was like, "Hey, you gotta," he used a GOTTA. You gotta get your guest a mic. We couldn't hear him, and to me that just came off like, like, let me. I'm not gonna sit there and explain to you every little thing I did, but just to give you guys an idea of how that video came about. The fact that I researched who he was, the fact that I had to find where he, you know, what his availability was, the fact that I drove about an hour and a half to San Diego that morning to go and meet up with him, the fact that he brought out two cars, the fact that he spent, about 3 to 4 hours after I changed the time on him, um, and then, the fact that I spent X amount of hours editing, um, and publish the video, for someone to come and say, you gotta do this, I was not in a good mood. I was like, come on, man. Like, you gotta, like, that sounds like you're like, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I don't owe you guys anything. You guys don't owe me anything. The minute you feel like you are ready to give criticism, give it in a constructive way, in a positive way. Because there was another comment which is still there. He said the same exact thing but completely different manner, and I responded to him like, "Hey man, yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I didn't realize the mic was so low." And I responded to this guy, that you got a guy. I responded, say, I think his name was Chris. Um, yeah, send me the money. I'll get the microphone that you want. Um, and then that's smart as response. But in the same response, it said, if you notice, the guest had a mic, and I just didn't check. I didn't check a audio check. Things happen, sucks. We move on. And so he responded with, "Well, I thought you would benefit from criticism, but I guess not. Sad." And it bothered me. I didn't respond to anything, and then I was gonna go back, and once I was in a better mood and a better space, I was gonna respond and say, "Hey, man, I do apologize for responding to you like that, and just want to say that I appreciate you watching, but yeah, I'll do a better job to check the volumes next time." But when I went back, the comment wasn't there. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm a human being. It gets to me sometimes. I read some comments and I'm like, come on, man, like, this is free. My time is not, their time is not, editing is not, and for you to just watch a video with just 10 minutes, or watch it or not watch it at all, yes, there's a comment section. Um, why not use it to point out something positive? And if you're gonna point out something that you think we can improve, then that's great, but do it in a positive way, not almost like demanding. No one owes anybody nothing here. Don't get it twisted. And that's something that I definitely have put in the back of my head. The channel is make believe, and what I mean by that is the numbers, they're make believe numbers. I'm still my own individual. Whenever I go to a car meet, I Feel free to say hi. I'll say hi, but I'm always gonna always aim to be by myself. I don't really care for people recognizing me. I'm not. That's just not my personality. Um, I shared that story today on one of the Instagram posts about about one of my buddies my sophomore year in high school. I used to be very nosy, like, oh, what happened? Oh, who's that? What are we doing? And he told me, he's like, hey man, like you're always asking why, how, what, like you want to be in the loop, man. Like if you don't know, then they didn't want you to know. Like why you gotta be so nosy? At the time, obviously that bothered me because I was like, what? Okay. But that story has always stuck by me because after that, like I realized like he was right. Sometimes the things that bother you, like you have to take a step back and, readjust. Um and so the same thing with this comment that was there, you gotta get a mic. Like I have a mic, and that's because a lot of you guys mention it. I had to pay attention to what you guys were saying. So I did. I went and got a mic. Now, I've seen comments where like, why are you getting, you know, why is there a wire? Like it doesn't look professional. Go get a wireless, Bluetooth mic. And it's like, honestly, it's not about the money as much as I just don't trust those mics as much as I trust the old school ones. You know, I don't, the worst thing you can do is talk for 45 minutes and then the mic didn't work or it runs out of battery. You're like, like what do you do? Um, And I get it. I get it. Like we can always improve. I get it. The GoPro doesn't do justice. Get better mics so we can get flybys and they sound better. I completely understand. Yes, there's a lot we can improve upon, but the reality is, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, is that when we take out merch or something to grow the channel or it goes back into something else, everybody's cool to say yes, I'll be supportive. But then when the shirts are out and the pre-orders are out, no, everybody's quiet. You know, um, so I don't. Maybe my personality's always been different, right? I've never been to leave a comment say you gotta get this, you gotta do this. Like, nah, man. Like, I actually enjoy the channels that are recording from their cell phones. I think it's cool, man. I appreciate with what they have. I appreciate what they're trying to do and with what they have. Um, but then I'll ask you guys. I was listening to one of the podcasts, and that stuck by me. How can I continue to grow? And it's how can I be of value to ask? Like some of you guys mentioned on the community tab, we would love to see something other than Hondas. I agree, 100%. I've tried. Um, and I will continue. This upcoming Thursday, I have a 240 interview, so hopefully that goes through. Um, I would love to have, Jettas, Rabbits, um, BMWs. Uh, I mean, I've tried. I like cars. That's just my thing. I like cars, trucks. Hell yeah, Datsun trucks. Like I would love. That's actually how the channel started. Those guys gave me the opportunity. So that's kind of the story that I kind of want to share with you guys. Um, if sometimes I do respond a little bit more of a smart ass, maybe you got me in the wrong time. But for the most part, you guys have to understand when I see negative comments, like disrespectful comments, I delete them just because I don't want to engage and I don't want that to be part of my community. That's not what we're here for. I don't think. And there's people that get under my skin because there's like a 30-minute interview, of an awesome car, and they'll point out how there's a scratch, somewhere. And it's like, that's all you got? Like all these positive stuff, and you got one little thing, and so you gotta make sure you type it, and there, it's just, I don't know, man. Um, we're listening, trying to get better, but at the same time, definitely trying to foster a positive community. And so, like today, I was listening to an interview that Gary Vee did with the founder of Gymshark, and Gymshark is a clothing company for fitness. And the gentleman, I think, is from somewhere from England, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in Europe. And so he was kind of describing like his ups and downs and things like that. And I was just like, man, like we've been at this for more than 3 years now, and it's been fun. I've gotten to meet some amazing people and continue to meet some amazing people. Um, and yes, I'm listening to you guys cheering. Don't get me wrong, I am, but at the same time, I'm doing this because I still enjoy it. The minute that I don't, I'm gonna say, all right, thank you guys, and then I'll definitely do a good vibe video. Um, But for now, I really enjoy it. I still like what I'm doing. I think that all of you guys, um, you know, are very supportive, especially the people that tune into the live sessions. Let's be honest. I think that's the most core, family or community that we have. Um, but I don't measure myself small. I don't believe that we're small. Um, but I do see myself sometimes getting frustrated with the fact that I can't just, you know, pick up the phone, text, or DM someone and they'll be available for me like, other companies are, especially with SEMA. SEMA this year, I'm not a big fan of a lot of the builds. Just SEMA in general, like $500,000 truck, just like bags, everything custom. I mean, it's just crazy. But there are some builds that I see every single year that I'm like, damn, it'd be cool to be able to see that build and see that build. And I don't have access to some of those companies, and that's fine. Could I have gone to SEMA? Yeah, maybe. I didn't really look into it too much. I got other goals in mind. You know, I don't that wasn't my immediate thing. But there are definitely some builds that I'm like, damn, I hope they come back and they're in Cali and I can get to know them and be able to get to know the story. Um, but I've also experienced a lot of companies who are like, we don't have the time right now, which is fine. We keep on building. I have to hit up that Mountain USA company for that core wagon, and one of you guys left a comment. It's like, hey, sure enough, soon enough, hopefully you continue to grow. Companies will be reaching out to you to showcase their cars, and I was like, that'd be pretty cool. Um, and so I think that's what really, really, really makes the people that I've been able to interview even like, that thankfulness. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we're at. Um, and it's good. I think we have been growing, but every day, man, every day David is beating Goliath in different ways, and so every day I'm getting closer to, meeting new people, getting new builds on the channel that I think you guys would appreciate. And I think we've come to now grown to a set of a community that likes cars, not just Honda heads, but likes cars and likes stories. And so I'm sure a lot of you Honda dudes are watching some of the Porsche interviews that I've done. Why? Because it's a story. Like there's a story behind it. I'm sure some of you guys are going to tune into the 240, even though you guys don't own a 240. It's just because it's a story. And so I think that that's definitely the premises that I want. That's a community that we have built and we continue to build. And so, like a major thank you to you guys. Again, I'm not trying to act like I don't care about, your positive comments, but I also don't try to dwell on them because then the negative ones will really, really get to me. So Rafa, thank you so much, man. What parts do you need for Jackie? A turbo K swap? Do you have that? Rafa's been working on his a core coupe, one of the cleanest, if not the cleanest, a core coupes. Um, and I think he's been working on his paint. I hope that's the case. And so then we're gonna showcase it, and it'd be cool. I think that I'm looking forward to Rafa's. If you guys didn't get a chance to see his um, podcast interview that we did, definitely go check it out. I think it gives you a big perspective, and I think if some of you guys watch that before the actual interview, whenever we ended up shooting the interview, I think it'd be pretty cool because you're gonna be like, oh, I know a lot. So I know so much more about this guy than just like a regular, you know, interview that I'm tuning in for the first time. Funk Masters League, what up? What up, man? Haven't seen you in a bit, man. Hope things are going well with you. I know you're building the EG. Um, besides Coop Bicers, oh yeah, the K swap, dude. Nah, honestly, at the moment, I'm not trying to buy anything else for Jackie, man. I don't know, man. I think I'm going through this midlife life crisis. I don't know what I want, so I'm just like trying to save money for a house. And so like I actually need to go take pictures of stuff that I have on the garage, like my jet lines, and sell them. I even contemplated about selling the M7s, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna regret that one. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, for right now, it's just a matter of patience, and it'll work out. Donnie Cristobal, if I'm not mistaken, this is Mr. Donnie. He drives a sedan Civic, pristine. Um, yeah, man, I love the fact that Donnie went and he had a red EG sedan, got rid of that, picked up a white Civic 6 Gen, and just the car was well. I never saw it in person. the first time around, but the car looked very clean, and this guy just disassembled the whole thing, bare bottom, resprayed it, and put it all back together. And the latest showcase was at Week Fest, LA, and stole the show, man. It's amazing, amazing build. So hi, Donnie, and we are hopefully gonna make it happen to interview him as well. But I don't know. I don't know what he's whenever he's ready. Again, I ask, and then I kind of kick back, and hopefully they come around, and they end up making some time for us. But hey, no rush from my end. Thank you, Donnie. Ya cállate, ponte su wing a la Rosie Bear. Yeah, man. I know. I gotta do that. I gotta do. I gotta put the wing. I gotta put the front lip. Um, I was thinking about I have some XXRs 006 wheels, but my buddy Armando was like, "Nah, don't waste the money on the paint. Just buy new wheels." And so I'm thinking maybe tuning into some OZ Racing wheels. My buddy Mike, he runs a page on Instagram, The Passionate Breed. Um, he was telling me like, dude, you should check out these wheels, these ones, and so like he started sending me a whole bunch of different ones, and so I've been looking. I think I'm thinking OZ Racing, Rotiform, or what was the other one? I don't know, some other type of wheels, but that I might have to run spacers and adapters, and so we'll see. I was even considering 19-inch wheels, truly JTCC, but I don't know. I don't know. Right now, again, I'm just trying to save money. I have to get rid of some stuff, man. It's just too much stuff on. I have. Hello from work. How do you have time to work and watch the videos? I know you're busy. Definitely working at a fast food. Uh, or no, actually not a fast food. You're working at a restaurant. Daniel Rodriguez, what's up, man? What's up, Daniel? How's everything going, man? Hope your week is going well. Jesus, thank you for Jesus. If Jesus is what automotive anatomy, nothing can be against us. Currently watching the while wearing my AA hat. That's what's up, man. It's why. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoy it. And again, we do this. I do the whole hats and the shirts thing. It's not because I all of a sudden became a millionaire. Um, I do it because it gives me like such joy. That whenever I go to a cars meet or cars and coffee or anything, like I see the shirt, I see the logo, and it's like, damn, like somebody took the time to show love and to represent that. It means so much. It doesn't go unnoticed. It's not like oh, okay, who cares, like, no, like, and if it will continue to grow. I already have some ideas on some different merch that I want to do already, even though I haven't sold the other shirts that I have. um but it's for fun. It's to see myself continue to grow, and you know it's important. It's important to continue moving in it, even if you think you're not making any progress, because that's exactly when you're moving forward. You know, once you look back, you're like, damn, I was back there, now I'm here, and that applies to anything. That applies to your car bill. That applies to your work. That applies to your relationships with people. That applies to you and yourself. That applies to everything in life. And so, progress is progress, like Young Static mentions, even if it's slow. Thank you for the rosas. I really appreciate it, Sam. Jay chillin', yo back. As we live the strippers in single dollars. Bring the strippers. We'll do the single dollar thing. Opinions on the demonic astro world. Um, Again, I don't watch the news, man. I don't watch the news, and so when I saw that some accident had happened and some stuff like that, um, honestly, I had zero clue what was going on. I still don't know. I thought there was like, I honestly thought there was like two different events happening that had casualties. But if I'm not mistaken, the Astro World thing is with Travis Scott, right? I don't really like their music, to be honest with you. So I think it sucks that no one should ever get hurt anywhere you go, especially if you're having, trying to have fun and enjoy yourself. But um, man, it's just that's the world right now, man. That's why it's crazy. But um, I, again, I don't know all the details, and that's because I purposely don't watch the news for that same reason, man. Life gets you down, man. It's like I don't. I was what was I having that conversation? Oh, the freaking like different videos pop up on your algorithm, and like some of them is like, oh, Kylie Jenner talking to Travis Scott, or you know epic conversation between this celebrity and this other celebrity, and they have like millions of views, and I'm like, That's the service they're providing. I don't think professional athletes should be getting paid what they get paid. I think EMTs, firefighters, police officers, teachers, public servants, um, construction workers should be getting paid way way more, but they don't. You know why? Because that's the way society is. And so society likes to see that, and the news, that's the reason why the news makes so much money. But yeah, that's not something that I'm into so much. And so, but I kind of heard a little bit about it, and it's sad all around. And so I wish, um things were not like that, but sadly that's the way life is. Mikey, 2.2 turbo, that's a channel, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think that's somebody had mentioned that before. People must learn how to be more polite. They don't understand how much work you put into the scene, to the behind the scenes. Yeah, man. I don't think that person meant it in a wrong way. I could be wrong, but it comes off as you gotta do this, and it's like, especially if you're in a space where you're like, you don't know what I'm going through. It gets you in that moment. And I don't remember when I was replying to that message. It must have been late at night. Um, but yeah, man, I definitely do put in a little bit of work. I try to respond to as many people as I can. Um, and that's not your fault nor my fault. And I think that I don't want to be petty and be replying negatively, because it also doesn't look good on me. Better to have one person be rude than both of us. Um, but yeah, man, like I guess I need to be a little bit more clear on how much time I spend on these videos. And so that way, if you watch something, you're like, man, that video sucked. All right, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna say anything. Because I'm sure he spent a little bit of time. And also, um, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you put something and maybe you're trying to be polite about it and you're trying to be, positive, but you don't know how the other person's going to interpret. When it comes to writing and text, it has a whole different tone than when you actually say it. And I'm sure that a lot of us would say it differently, um, if we could get to the person and specifically. But if you're just typing it, you don't think, you just say, oh, and again, maybe he just didn't mean it in a bad way. And I read it and I'm like, what is, I don't know. It reminds me of have you guys watched Key and Pele, the comedians Key and Peele? There's one where there's like misunderstanding, and they're texting each other, and it's hilarious because it's true. Like, you text something that you think has nothing, not a bad, tone to it. You're not being rude or anything, but the other person reads it. He goes like, "Really? Like, oh, okay. Like, this guy's being rude." And so, again, that's why I wanted to go back and apologize to the gentleman. This morning, and I couldn't find the comments. So I don't know if he erased it. So lots of subscriber there. I mean, it is what it is. It sucks. I'm not saying that I don't care, but I'm also not gonna be, I'm not gonna make everybody happy. And I think that that's also a good reminder that not everyone's gonna be happy, and it's clearly shows when there's a freaking mint car, amazing car, and then they go and they're like, oh, that tire needs more air. It's like, really, like, out of all the things, you had to find something that was negative. But it might be that that's how they go about their entire life. It might be that they're actually being genuine. I don't know. But I've always been of that type of, like, less positive. Let's focus on the positive things, right? You see a cool car that you like, boom, boom, boom. Man, I really like the story about so and so. Oh man, you can tell that he's putting some work into the engine. Oh man, like, positiveness. And then somebody comes and can reply to them and have the positive community, which I think 99.9 over comments are positive, and the family, the community that we're trying to create here has been. And so it just once in a while, and yes, as the channel continues to grow, more people come in, people that don't necessarily know the culture of the channel or what it is. And so I've seen some comments where, like, this was super boring, all you guys did was talk, I don't care about his story. It's like, okay, well, you're in the wrong place, because we've been doing this for the last 3 years. Um and and I had somebody who actually left a comment saying, I have to you better fix your audio or I'm gonna unsubscribe. Oh, please don't tell me that. So I responded with, like, hey man, you're more than welcome to unsubscribe at any moment. In fact, if these videos don't bring any positive value or motivation or anything, please unsubscribe. Go spend your time doing something that does bring you motivation, does give you peace, does give you happiness, does give you positive stuff in your life. Um, It doesn't. Again, I'm not trying to be, rude or cocky that I don't care. Yeah, it sucks. You didn't enjoy what I was doing, but at the same time, I'm not gonna change my style just to please somebody. I'm not gonna be doing takeovers, to get views. That's just not my thing. That's not something that I align my values with. And so that's what it is. And so a lot of people love this type of things, and a lot of people are not gonna like these type of things. They want to see people burning out and things like that, and that's just not my style. I actually love to hear. I'm an old soul. I like to hear about their story. I like to hear about how they first got into cars, um, so things like that. But different type of things. And the beautiful thing about YouTube is that it's everywhere. You can find all the things that you like. Clearly, we know what sells. We know that you know especially in the car world, big turbos, pulls on the street, you know, racing, that attracts people, and that's fine. That's not our thing. We like pools, but we don't necessarily, want to be racing on streets and things like that. Track, sure, go at it. Um, but yeah, that's I forgot why I got into that whole rabbit hole. Z- S ZVCH 194. Ceviche. I think it's ceviche 194. That's cool. First time here. For those that don't know, ceviche's food. First time here. Love the videos. Hope everyone's holding up during these weird times. Yeah, it is a weird time, man. It really is. And so, if we can provide a little bit of positivity around, you never know. There was this quote by Robin Williams says that everybody's facing something, every challenge. You don't know what it is. So be kind. Always be kind. Eric, DC5, hold your ground. No need to be polite to these keyboard warriors. Be real. That's it. I don't know, man. And this is coming from a guy this is coming from a DC5 guy who I'm always dissing DC5s, man. Thank you, Eric. There was that was part of the comment that he mentioned. He better stop disrespecting Integris and fix his audio, otherwise I'm gonna unsubscribe. But he sounded real, Other people were like, "What's his problem with Civics?" Like, like welcome to the channel and welcome to my smart asses. Somebody did leave a comment saying like, I'm getting used to your sarcasm. I'm like, good, get used to it. Like that's just my weird personality. I love Civics. I love Integras. Yes, no secret, But I always gotta talk smack just because they've always gotten so much aftermarket support and attention that I'm a big ass hater coming from a core guy. But I love Hondas. I love Hondas. Just in general, except those Preludes. So weird. See again, Prelude Prelude owner typing right away. I hate this channel. Nah, man. I think how can you dislike people that are so genuine? And that's the Honda community, for the most part. Yes, I know you know a guy that knows a guy that told you a bad part and never responded to you. I get you. Yes, personalities are everywhere, but Hondas have been cool, man. Community has been cool and continues to be cool, and I think that we've been super um, grateful that we have a lot of people that are willing to put themselves in front of a camera. We forget how intimate and how scary that can be, but yeah, people are doing that every day, and so I definitely appreciate it. Jack. Bye, Jack. Rafa. Chingao, I deleted those comments as I felt it wasn't appropriate for the direction this discussion was going in. You didn't know what I was going to start talking about, Rafa. Don't worry about it. No, you're good, man. Um, it just, it is what it is, man. But maybe you can DM me later about the parts that I need. When I get in touch with the shop, some of these shops have builds going on. That's a good, thank you, OP. That's a good suggestion. I haven't thought about that. I thought we did something similar like that with Entice Motorsports. Entice? Yeah, Entice Motorsports. We interview our buddy Art with his amazing Prelude. They allowed us to use their shop, and then we did like a little walk around their shop. Um, well, I don't know. I'll look into that. I'll look into potentially. It's intimidating, guys. Like to be honest, it's intimidating to be like I know Spoon Sports, no Spoon Sports, no Spoon is very 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 close to me, but I don't know, man. To be able to just be like, hey, can I come into your shop? They're gonna be like, get out of here. I did that with the build. I'm not gonna say the shop. I soon and again because somebody recommended something similar like this, and I said they were building this new car, and I was like, oh shoot! So I sent them a DM. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, do you think I can document the process or whatever I can document? Because they had just gotten the car, and they were waiting for the white body, and they were waiting for this, and so they responded with like, "Oh, sorry, at the moment we don't know when we're gonna be working on the car, so we wouldn't be able to give you like a time frame or times for you to come into the shop." And politely, very politely, they said no. And I'm glad at least they responded. So I'm like, no, no worries. The car got built and it got showcased in some other channels, and that was it. And that was a moment that, again, another moment of, okay, it's okay, take your time. You just gotta keep knocking on doors. You're not there yet. And the bottom line is you're dealing with other companies who have multi-million-dollar, you know, ads, and they have a multi-million company behind them supporting them. You have other people that been in the game car world for 20 plus years. They know connections left and right. You're just starting, so gotta be patient. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that, man. I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, to see what they're up to. But it's a shop, and sometimes people are kind of like, where's this gonna go? Or who's coming in? They don't know anything about me, and so that could be intimidating. But I'll definitely look into it, man. Junior Jimenez, hey bro, you want to help me raffle out my EGSI? I don't do raffles. I don't partake in raffles, and I definitely wouldn't do a raffle myself. Um, One, legalities. Two, I've never ever been a whole fan of raffling. I've never actually entered a raffle, to be honest with you. I thought about it. So sorry about that, Junior. Um, I thought about entering a raffle one time, and that was for an Integra. It's white body and looked pretty sick, and I was like, damn, should I enter it? But I didn't. Eh, I don't know. I just I don't do that. Eric Estrada, I'm back after 3 months. What were you? You working? Hope you're okay. Your I don't know what your stands for. Eric, you inspired me. Inspired my build. I finally got my SI hatch slam with Kose K1s. I like those wheels, and I like the fact that it's slam. The fact that it's an EF hatch makes it even better. So yeah, man. Honestly, I know what you're saying, but honestly, it's the builders, especially the Civic EF dudes, that inspire you. Those guys are putting in the work. They've been super, 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 super helpful, and they talk so much smack, man. And I do mean it when I say EF dudes and DA dudes are killing the game price wise, man. Everybody hoards everything. Gene is always hoarding things, and things are going up in price like crazy. Um, and I get it, I guess inflation, but damn, I mean, like, you guys want like $400 for lights, and I don't know, you guys are going wild. The crazy part is that people buy them, so you can't sell it high if nobody buys them. The Def Guy EG9. Hey, Kanal, are you a fan of EG sedan, or what's your opinion on EG sedans? I love EG sedans, man. I love them. Um, Dude, I think I like. Well, no, I don't think. Now, EG hatches, yes. EG hatch, EG sedan, and then the coupe. I'm not a big fan of the coupe. They look clean, but if you give me an option, definitely EG sedan. As you guys see, my buddy, he sold. He fixed his FM spec, went and fixed his car. Um, and I definitely, if I had the room, I would have bought it for my buddy. EG sedan. I always picture the one with the little wing in the back, and then the JTCC type of EG. Yes, got it. KJ RPF ones or some other type of wheels. Yes, love EG sedans, man. They're awesome. All right, and we're gonna finish it up with Rafa since I've been rambling and mumbling for close to 50 minutes. Definitely appreciate the mad love. And we'll finish it with Rafa. Sorry if I didn't get to anybody. Definitely do apologize. Yeah, don't sell them sevens. Their originals are so difficult and expensive to come by now. Yes, at the time I paid, I'll say how much I paid for my wheels. 8 grand. Nah, I didn't. There are probably people buying 8 grand wheels. I bought $3,800. I would think it was a special. I thought about it for about 8 months until my back then girlfriend, now wife, she was like, just buy them. You've been eyeing them for like 6 plus months. You have the money. You've been saving. You've been working. Just do it. So 3,800, it was like during Thanksgiving because it was like I saved on shipping. Um, and to think that I was like, damn, I overpaid. Damn, I paid so much. Now, now people want like regular ass size specs for like 5, 6 grand. I'm like, what are you guys doing? But people will buy them. T37s, 4 or 5 brands. Like that's wild. Um, but yeah, I won't sell 'em. I won't sell them. I've thought about it. I was like, nah. I'm thinking about putting them on Rosie, but I don't have the parking situation that I wish. Otherwise, I would have. But patience and time. All right, everyone. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. It's time to go eat. And again, I don't know if you guys like the new time, but I don't because it gets dark really fast and it just makes you want to just sleep. But anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, definitely appreciate you guys, and I'll be coming out with an idea of a sweater. Um, I don't know when it actually would be ready for pre-order, but when it's ready for pre-order, I do apologize. When it's ready for pre-order, I'll put it in the community tab, and then if you guys wanna get your order in, cool. If not, no worries. But anyways, we'll catch you guys in the next one, and as always, take care and be happy above all.